Eric Agorno here with Performance Golf Zone. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to hit the driver dead straight. I want to talk about what's involved with hitting the driver straight, show you how to practice it, and make sure next time you guys go play, you'll be able to hit more fairways. So hitting the driver dead straight, there's really two components involved with being able to do that. The first part is centeredness of contact. So where you hit the ball on the club is going to influence the direction that it goes. Meaning if you hit the ball in the middle of the club, more towards the heel or more towards the toe. So we need to go over that a little bit. And then the second part is going to be your face to path relationship. So the direction you swing the golf club in space. If you swing the club perfectly on plane, more from the inside, more from the outside, that's something that's going to influence the direction. And then with that, or lastly, is your club face angle, which is where your club face very specifically points at the moment of impact. So to hit the ball straight, we have a couple variables. Number one, centeredness of contact. Number two, we have swing path or swing direction. And number three, we have club face alignment. So let's begin with centeredness of contact. To hit the ball straight, do you have to hit the ball dead middle of the face? No, but it makes it a whole heck of a lot easier. What you guys need to know is if you hit the ball more towards the toe part of the club or the heel, there's going to be a thing that's called gear effect, which twists the face and produces a spin on the ball. The simple version is this. If you hit the ball towards the toe, that's going to increase the odds of the ball and the amount the ball curves from right to left. So more towards toe contact, more draw spin or spin to the left, all else equal, okay? If you're gonna hit a 100-yard slice to the right and hit on the toe, it's not gonna draw back perfect, but it'll eliminate some of the slice. It'll add some more draw spin. And then the opposite is true for the heel shot. So the more I hit towards the heel, the more it adds slice spin or spin to the right relative to whatever normal shot you're gonna have. So hitting the ball in the middle of the face is a huge part. Some of you guys and gals play might be hitting the ball off center and not even know it. You might not be able to feel it. Which brings me to my first drill. How do you practice centeredness of contact in the first place? Well, what we have here is just we use a foot spray. You can get for a couple bucks at a local store. It sprays on the face for when you hit the ball, you can actually see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this here, and I'm gonna spray my club face once or twice. So what happens is there's a little sort of layer of white there on top. So when I hit the ball, and I hit on here, it's gonna show me where on the club that I hit. Now, there's a lot of variables involved with why it might happen, but before you fix anything, you have to first know where am I hitting, and then can I try and get back towards the middle? Middle is good, right? Middle is the idea. So I'm gonna try one and see if I can hit it towards the middle of the face, and we'll see where I actually get to here. So here's a normal swing for me. And that felt pretty good, so let's see. Okay, so that one, from my perspective, is pretty good there. So it's pretty much middle of the face, maybe slightly high. And that's sort of the goal here. So if I want to hit the ball as far as I can, as high as I can, and as straight as I can, not only do I want to hit the ball in the middle relative to the toe and the heel, but I also want to hit slightly high. If this is sort of the dead middle, you said slightly higher than the middle from the vertical component of this. That's going to produce a higher ball flight with less spin. So I hit that on the middle. So I would maybe do about a 10-ball set and see where the ball is going and see my pattern. If I'm more towards the toe, I need to create some feels to get more towards the middle. It depends on why you're hitting more towards the toe, or if you're towards the heel, you want to get towards the middle. Maybe you just being aware of it can start to change that pattern, and then you start fixing what actually needs to be fixed, not something different. So I would do about a 10-ball set with that. You have to hit the middle of the face first. Now, the second part is swing direction, so path and face. Now, again, there's a lot of variables involved here with the golf swing, but let's talk all else equal. If I were to make a downswing and my club head came the most from the inside, so the club head's working from inside the ball to the ball and sort of out to the right, or a path to the right, inside out, that would produce a very specific shot pattern. So first things first, the more I swing inside or to the right, increases the odds of the ball drawing or curving to the left. Okay, depending upon how I match my face. The more inside out I swing, I'm either gonna get draws to the left, or I'm gonna also get some just straight pushes to the right with no curvature. That would be your indication that you have a path inside out. So if I'm hitting shots and I get the ball curving too far to the left, or too many straight pushes to the right, I know my path is too far inside and I need to do something to adjust that. So what are some things I would do? If you're someone who has a push and an overdraw, we need to feel like the club works less inside out. How can we do that? I can either do it by in one of two parts here. I can have it work less inside in the initial part, so kind of feeling like it's more over the top for you in this side, or in front of the ball. If normally I go to the right, I need to work more to the left. Essentially, we're doing opposites here. If you're too inside, you need to feel more outside. If you're too far to the right, you need to feel more to the left. So if you're a push hook player, you want to feel more over the top, more to the left. Let's go ahead and do one of those. So I'm going to feel more here and more here. Not if you slice it, don't do this, but this is for the push and hook player. So that felt more outside in, and I can see I got a little cut there, so I did it well. Ball's still pretty close to the middle of the face, so I'm good with that. So that would be the second influencer, is club path. Now, that's an outside player. Most of you guys and gals watching will be the opposite, which is you'll be over the top early and you'll be to the left past impact. So what are the opposite of those? What do I need to do to fix that? I need to get the club working more inside early, there's a lot of ways to do that, and I need to get it working more to the right past impact. So if you're someone who hits the slice pattern, then you want to feel more inside out. That's the path part here. That would be the second influencer of being able to hit it dead straight. And then the last part is the club face. So really the part that you can manage is the face to path, which just means when you swing the club, if the club face is open to your path, regardless of where it's pointed, regardless of your path, just open to your path, the ball is going to curve to the right. Assuming centeredness of contact, the ball is going to curve to the right. The opposite then is true. If my club face is closed to my path, regardless of where the path is, regardless of the face, just closed to the path, the ball is going to curve to the left. Let's keep rolling with this opposite theory here. If I come in, and most of you, which the club face is open, could be grip, could be forearm rotation, you got to find out why it is and fix that. But if the face is too open, I need to do something to close it. So if you're someone who slices it, you're outside and across with an open face, you need to fix the face to path. The face is too open, we need to have it more closed. How would I do that? Depends on why it's open, but I would start with making sure my grip is good, refer to our grip video, and make sure that my grip is good. And then I would very much do something during my downswing to square the face. So that's not adding manipulation, that's not incorrect. If you swing and your face is too open and you don't do something to square the face, you're gonna keep slicing it. So either don't feel manipulation and hands doing anything and keep slicing, or feel some and correct the slice. I vote feel some and correct the slice. So that would be you adding some forearm rotation here, getting the back of the left hand more down towards the ground, face down towards the ground, making sure your face never gets too open going back, right? It just depends on how you do it. You have to figure out, is my face open at address? If yes, fix it. If it's too far open going back, fix it there. If it's too far open coming through, fix it there. And the opposite's true if you're a guy who hits a hook pattern. Your face is, so your ball curves too far to the left, your face is too close to the path. Why is it too close? It depends. It could be a grip thing for you. You might have an overly strong grip. You want to neutralize that. It could be too close going back. You want to neutralize that. It could be too close on the way through, neutralize that. The point here is that you have to find out why the ball is not going dead straight first before you try and fix it. I give you drills to fix that, okay? Centeredness of contact is the first piece to look at. You want to hit it more center, obviously. If it goes more towards the toe, it's going to curve more left, more draw. More towards the heel will curve more to the right. Use a spray to start with. And there's some drills we have where they'll kind of a gate drill where you get the club working through it. Path is the second part. The more I swing inside out to the right, more pushes and hooks. The more I swing outside into the left, more pulls and fades. And then face is the last part. If my face is too open, the ball's curving right, you need to do something to close it. Grip, close it during the backswing, close it during the downswing. Or if it's too close, you need to open it more at some point. Now, the last thing I would do from a drill perspective to hit the ball straight is I would set something up in front of me as sort of an intermediate target. So what I have is, I have two alignment rods here that I just taped up, and I would come back and I'd pick my target line in the distance. I'm gonna set my club down, and I'm gonna put this out as a little gate, a little field goal. So if I'm going straight out here, I wanna just have something as a frame of reference that I'm gonna try and hit the ball through, just for a visual for me to sort of test, hey, am I able to start the ball on line? It might take you 1 or 2 tries to get the alignment perfect. Like that's a little bit crooked for me, but still provides a good test. Can I hit the ball through the gates? Now, I would put this only a couple of yards in front of where my golf ball is, maybe 3 or 4 yards. And the width of the gate is a little bit dependent upon skill level. I might have it about 1 foot to 1.5 foot wide at that point. It doesn't need to be exactly that, but enough room that you can get through it. And then over time, when that gets easier, you can bring that gate in and in and in and in. When do you know to bring it in? Well, if you hit 10 out of 10 in a row through that, that's too easy. And then you make it a little bit tighter. If you get 0 out of 10 inside of that, okay, we got to figure out why, and then maybe we make it a little bit wider to start with. So I would do, again, a 5 or 10 ball set. I know that's in line with my target, and I'm gonna hit same swing mechanics as normal, but just with the intention that I'm trying to start that golf ball through those gates. Let's go ahead and see if I can do one here. So that looked like it went pretty much right through it to me. That's 1 out of 1. I do that 10 times. Listen, these are the things you need. You need to know what you can do to get better. That's the information. You got to practice it. You need to know centeredness of contact. You need to know club path and face, and then start to monitor it with your practice. So those are the 3 pieces you need to know to hit the driver dead straight. Hope that makes sense. If you guys liked the video, click the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Click the notification bell and leave us a comment down below if you guys have any questions.